everybody, I'm Perry Solkowski along with Vancouver Whitecap and Canadian international David Edgar, getting you set on a lovely day in Vancouver at UBC as Whitecaps FC2 play host to Phoenix Rising. And David, Phoenix Rising on a roll, they've got their playoff position, they're in a good spot. The Vancouver side, what does Rich Fagan tell his club as they now play these games? Is it all about development?
I think now it is development. It's maybe a chance for players who haven't been playing regularly to get the opportunities and take those with both hands now.
Well, the Phoenix squad, Didier Drogba, he's the star player. We won't see a lot of the big names that they have. Some of the players ran into some border issues coming up from their win in Seattle on Wednesday, but they do have Alexander Rigi, a young Canadian who's been very, very good for them.
Yeah, I spoke to Rich Fagan. He mentioned he's a one to watch. He's an intelligent right winger who's he's tricky and he's got speed to burn.
2-1 loss last time that Vancouver took to the field. Marco Bustos, though, has been consistent, and that's what you want from players, consistency.
Yeah, Marcos has scored his career-high 8th goal, the previous 2 seasons each having 7. So he's got loads of confidence here and be looking to finish the season with more goals.
Whitecaps FC2 looking to play the role of spoilers. Phoenix has never won 4 in a row. They have that opportunity this afternoon, and Phoenix is unbeaten in 9. Well, we are set in the sunshine at UBC. Phoenix Rising FC taking on Whitecaps FC2. Perry Solkowski and David Edgar in the booth. David, you hate to say men against boys, but 5 teenagers on Whitecaps FC2 today. Don't have a teenager on the roster as far as Phoenix is concerned. It really is experience against a young side in a learning curve.
Yeah, Phoenix has got those older players, those experienced players, well-known ones, albeit some of them on the bench. But as we touched on before the game, this is a chance for the Whitecaps to impress, to showcase themselves in the last remaining games of the season here.
Coach Rich Fagan almost taking the opportunity with the few games left to make sure he gets as much time as he can. And there you take a look at the head coach on the other side, Patrice Catron. We're in Seattle on Wednesday, winners in Seattle, then made the bus trip up yesterday. Coaches had some issues on the border, so it made for an interesting trip for them. They will play, and then they've got Portland again, so maybe not geographically the most sensible trip to go to Seattle, Vancouver, and take the bus back to Portland. And Rich Fagan, you know what, a first-year coach for the Vancouver Whitecaps has been about experience for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, Rich has had some ups and downs in the season, but I feel like he's sort of put his stamp and he's always played the way he's wanted to play, and that's week in, week out, especially speaking to him, and he's had a philosophy and they've stuck to it.
Obviously, those wearing a Whitecap uniform, feeling good about the club right now. First place where you find the Vancouver Whitecaps in Major League Soccer coming off their win yesterday. Now they'll see if they can repeat this. A couple members of the coaching staff here and the assistant coach. And Stuart Kerr is here. Gordon Forrest, I went blank on Gordon Forrest's name. He is a forgetful individual.
He's easy to forget, yeah, I'm sure. I hope he's listening to it as well.
There you see Whitecaps Cole Seiler, who had some time there in the rookie year. And there's the starting lineup. As far as they've come out with it, saying it's a 3-2-3-2. You think it'll be interesting to see if they play it at formation? Yeah,
as I said before, I think if that is the formation to go with, how wide the two so-called wingers or wing backs play. And if they do play narrow, the space will be all wide for Whitecaps too.
17 is a Canadian, Alessandro Rigi, scored a goal He'll be back, young man trying to get on the target of everybody. Small player at 5'4", so look for him to be explosive. Jason Johnson, guy who's played 3 games on the Jamaican national side. That's what Rich Fagan's side will line up with. Sean Melvin will get the start in goal. It would be the second game for Danny Barbier, recently signed, the #1 pick from last year. Francis DeFries with Cole Seiler playing 3 at the back as he normally has, and in the middle, David Norman Jr. with Michael Baldissimo getting his 4th start. And Patrick Metcalf, a young man out of Richmond who debuted recently, will play up on the wing and then watch for number 48. So we're almost all set to go here. The referee is Alan Rooch. He will be in control of things. You never know what you get weather-wise in this city in the middle of September, but we've got ourselves a lovely day on the campus of University of British Columbia. Fans strolling in here to watch Whitecaps FC2 take on Phoenix Rising. Phoenix has never won 4 in a row. They have that opportunity to do that today. We'll see what they can do early on. Gladson Owaki decides he's going to take some space before leaving it. Whitecaps push up in a hurry. Chris Serban with the ball. DeVries will sing it out to Danny Barbier. Marco Bustos scored last week, gets his first touch. Bustos sits on 8 goals this point in his season. 7 was his best up until he scored that final one. So he's having a career year for the Whitecaps organization.
Yeah, Marco's scored his career best this season. He's getting a bit of fun in the change room about how they're all penalties, so hopefully we see one from open play today.
DeVries, he will have his hands full up front. Chris Cortez hanging on to the ball. David Norman Jr. gets the better of him. Jr. in his first year as a pro, 21 starts. Really getting accustomed to this game. Bustos makes a run. It's not the play they want. They'll go back to David Norman. Bustos in traffic. Still gets it, swings it to the outside. Tarrant Campbell, cross inside. First chance for the Whitecaps. Ball still loose and cleared by Rising. Cole Seiler quickly puts a head on it, tries to get it back into play. Swinging it all the way to the other side is Barbier. Baldissimo, little 1-2 touch. Baldissimo again goes back into Bevan, loses it. David Norman with a little slide tackle. Good pressure early on by the Vancouver Whitecaps. More bodies in the middle of the park, keeping control of the ball.
The game started at a great tempo here. Some good little play from the Whitecaps too. Expect Phoenix to be well organized, and they're in a confident position here with the results they've been having recently. But I say the Whitecaps too can play with freedom and really go for it today.
Seiler on the far side. Got Baldissimo in the hole. They'll give it to Baldissimo. Michael, part of the U17 national team. Only his first start for Rich Fagan's side.
Someone who I've been excited to really watch play. I've seen him train with the first team earlier in the year, and I was really impressed with him. He's got the swagger of a player who's played 100, 150 professional games, and it's good to see. It's not an overconfidence, but he's confident in his own ability.
It seems to be the name that gets talked about throughout the organization as maybe one who will be able to make that next step up. I mean, Carl Robinson putting together such a strong side. It might be difficult. Cortez with a great touch, going to get the left foot on it. That will be a corner. Chris Cortez from Mission Viejo, good first touch, looking at the sky, thinking he could have done better, but does well to earn a corner early on in the 4th minute for Alessandro Ricci to take for Phoenix Rising. You would think they would be told to attack early on, the Whitecaps. All the travel, all the bus riding for Phoenix, see what kind of legs they have early on. Canadian Ricci set to the in-swinger in, headed away by DeVries. Armando Diaz keeps it in. Here's Ricci again, flicked on to the far corner. They score! Just like that. Ricci gets the ball back, delivers a wonderful cross. You can't do anything about that. Jason Johnson, the Jamaican international, gets the head on it. Seems to surprise Sean Melvin a bit, but in the end of the day, David, that's great soccer.
It's a fantastic header from Jason Johnson there. Not much, as you say, not much, if anything, Sean Melvin can do there, but it's just the second phase of play after the corner there. The Whitecaps need to push out, and again, great finish though.
He's flicking that on, back to goal, has no idea that's going to go top corner, but does exactly that.
The pace was on the cross. All he needed was that redirection, and again, nothing Sean Melvin could do.
Wow, very quickly. Phoenix Rising trying to win 4 in a row for the first time in franchise history. That's a good start. Fabulous header, and early on, the lead for Phoenix. So how does this young, 5 teenagers on the pitch, how does the young squad rebound for Whitecaps FC2? Long ball interrupted. Nice little flick there by Cortez coming up. David Norman going hard to back it up. Here's another shot. That's in as well, that quickly. Wonderful shot by Alessandro Ricci. Oh, the Matador. Too easy, too quick within 2 minutes. It's 2-0 Phoenix.
What a finish there from Alessandro Ricci. As you say, though, too easy from Whitecaps too. Take nothing away from the finish, the counter-attacking play, Phoenix Rising there, but Francis de Vries not tight enough, not strong enough on Cortez, and a free-flowing counter-attacking move.
Sean Melvin caught in the middle of nowhere. Ricci does very, very well to see where the keeper was. No question he was going to chip it over. Does exactly that. Ricci, the Canadian from Montreal, has a goal and an assist in a matter of a couple minutes, and we just reached the 6-minute mark, and it's 2-0 for the visitors.
It's definitely an uphill battle now, and the Whitecaps too have to regroup and really pull themselves together here. It's a very, very poor start from them there.
Well, you talk about it, you practice all week, you look at tape, you've got a team coming in that's on a roll, but they play on Wednesday. Go with a bunch of teenagers, say we can get a jump on them. They did for the first couple of minutes, but 2 mistakes. And Whitecaps FC2 are down really quick.
As I said there, Phoenix Rising will be full of confidence. You don't want to give them anything to get their tails up, and that's exactly what Whitecaps 2 have done here.
Moving the ball in the back. Jordan Stewart, long-time MLSer with San Jose Earthquakes. Jordan Gibbons with the ball, looking to swing it around. They won't. They see another long ball as Ricci makes a run. This time better by Danny Barbier, rather. Marco Bustos goes to Campbell. David Norman tries to squeeze it in there. Ball pinballing around a little bit, but here comes Phoenix again.
What makes this especially more difficult is the experience that Phoenix has in their starting 11 here in terms of seeing a game out. 2-0 up after 7-8 minutes.
Well, that's exactly it. The confidence they have now, they'll play the ball around a little bit and see what else they can have. And the Whitecaps are going to have to push forward. Here's Bustos making the run, is Metcalf. Marco decides to go himself, dives over top. Alan Reach says, no, we'll do nothing with it. David Norman does well to push it. Norman with the left foot, partially blocked. The ball will come for the first time to Josh Cohen, who dives and has his first touch in this Sunday afternoon at UBC.
Good play there from David Norman on the front foot. He's very good at that and reading things and pressing their midfield, and he's got his rewards there and win the ball back.
Well, and you can see just on the walking of the Whitecaps right now that they're discouraged, they're down. Someone's going to have to step from this young group and say, we've got an awful lot of soccer to play. Let's not worry about how we started. Let's slowly fight our way back into the game. One of these games where you find what character is made of.
That's exactly it. You're looking at a defender, an older player, or someone to grab the players by the scruff of the neck and say, like you say, let's regroup and focus here. And has the Whitecaps too got that in here? We'll find out.
Kevin Lambert stepped on. 35 yards out, free kick. Ricci will step over the ball. He's already got his goal and assist. They're thinking they can do no wrong right now. .5'4" Montreal native. Rising send all the big bodies into the box on the edge. They make the run now. Here's the delivery. It's short. Barbier gets rid of it. And Ricci steps back to get it and play it to the back. First touch for Luigi Mala. Long delivery by goalkeeper Cohen. It's flicked on. Ricci's there with DeVries. DeVries gets a foot into it. Francis clears it out. Tarrant Campbell's touch goes awry. Phoenix picks it up. Ricci off his knee. Good ball movement. Playing with confidence, unbeaten in 9. They will swing it out to the left side. Good run by Jason Jordan, but that stopped. Marco Bustos has found himself all the way on the far right side to pick it up, take the space that's given him. Bustos. Foul there as it looked like it was Patrick Metcalf who was taken down. It's almost like after that barrage, David Edgar, that the Whitecaps are just, okay, let's get into a normal routine of a soccer game again.
Yeah, again, that's what happens. I mean, it's a shock to the system when you concede 2 that early. But again, you don't want to let the game get away from you here. 2-0, you can get back into a 3, you're almost dead and buried. So just thinking there, the back 3 of the Whitecaps too, and Cole Seiler, Francis DeVries, and Danny Barbier have got a battle against them. Chris Cortez has already won everything that's came up to him. He's flicking things on, and he's a big boy. He's going to be a handful, so they need to stamp their authority in this game here.
Bustos trying to slow it down. We saw him on the far right side. Here he is 90 seconds later on the far left side. Just wants the ball, motions it. DeVries, that's a bad giveaway. This could be trouble. Oh, DeVries gives the ball away. Cortez real quickly knew that Melvin was off the line. That would have been a disaster for Whitecaps.
Yeah, Francis gets caught in 2 minds there. It's sloppy play. He holds his hand up after he knows he's made a mistake, but Cortez with an audacious attempt there, and would have been a great finish.
DeVries with his 17th start, had a knee injury through the summer months, so is back into it now. 29th overall pick in last year's Super Draft for the Vancouver Whitecaps.
I thought Francis was doing very well up until his knee injury. He was playing with confidence, and then again he was on the front foot. I remember watching him here and doing the play-by-play. I think it was you, and I thought he had a fantastic game. And it was unfortunate to get that injury.
Well, and you're battling your recovery right now. That's part of sport. As much as you have it, it's the mental task to see what he can do and see how he can battle back from it.
Yeah, and I've seen him day in, day out at training ground. He's a top professional. He wants to learn. I've talked about him after a couple games. He's asked me questions, so he's a great kid, and he'll continue to grow as a player for sure.
Good ball movement by the Rising on the far side. They move it around, swing it back to Jordan Stewart. Stewart looking to switch it. Mala, see if he'll keep on coming all the way to the right. Meyer Bevan from New Zealand doing the hard work to put a little bit of pressure on. Defending from up front is where it starts. Cole Seiler with a little header. And the aforementioned DeVries with the ball, trying to settle it down.
As you say, defending from the front, starts from the front, but as Meyer goes, he can't be going by himself. He needs information from his midfielders, and his back 3, his back 5 need to squeeze the pitch. The Whitecaps too are going to have to win the ball back in dangerous areas now.
Bustos tackled early on. He'll get the call. Big Kevin Lambert bring him down. Campbell will try left footer. That's a good ball, running in hard on the outside. Bevan was there. Metcalf was coming in but couldn't do anything with it. And on the counter very quickly, they've moved the ball up to Glatzenowaki, the Guyanan.
It's a fantastic cross from Tarrant Campbell there. It's 2 he's put in now. As I said before the game, the space will be out wide with the formation Phoenix is playing. They're rotating, they're changing positions, interchanging. So if the Whitecaps too can get the ball wide and cross the ball, I think they'll have some joy. So it's all very compact and intricate little 1-2s.
Formation a little bit better, defending a little bit better for the Whitecaps FC2. Melvin with the touch. Barbier doesn't have a lot of room. He'll likely go back to the keeper and does, and still more pressure on Melvin. Cortez almost gets a foot on that. Credit to him for the effort that he put forward. There's Myra Bevan trying to control the ball. Campbell touch kind of eludes him. David Norman can't get it, and it's Ricci again. This time he's pulled down. David Norman with the foot on it. Out of touch for the first time. We are 14 minutes in, almost 15 minutes in, and boy, it was a quick start. 2 goals in a couple of minutes for Phoenix, and the visitors lead by a count of 2-0. Perry Solkowski along with Whitecaps FC player and former Canadian international. Sorry, pal, I threw you under the bus there.
It's okay. Feels like it right now.
Well, but no, you say you're getting fitter and feeling better.
Yeah, sure.
When do you think you could go? January?
We're not really putting a time scale on it per se just yet. Just step by step and brick by brick.
There's Owaki. He plays the ball to the top of the 18. Well read by Tarrant Campbell. He'll get a foot on it and knock it to halfway. Mala goes back to his keeper. What will be the call?
Offside, I think, there on Meyer Bevan.
Touch of it. Experienced side is Phoenix, unbeaten in 9, in control very early in this one. It will be a big uphill battle for Whitecaps FC2. 5 teenagers in the starting lineup, the oldest player on Whitecaps FC2. So you're looking at it again, Sean Melvin this time. Well, head up all the time. I think that they've scored so many, they're thinking anybody can score from anywhere. And that was the effort put forth by Kevin Lambert, who decided he may try. He was a trialist at West Ham, feeling confident. Sean Melvin knew where the goalposts were. He knew where he was. It would be okay. Cortez with a good turn at DeVries, and DeVries will be called for the foul.
Yeah, I really like the way this Cortez is playing. He's got the Whitecaps 2 defenders not knowing whether to stick or twist and go out to the positions they don't want to be out, and getting free kicks like that. He's turned Francis DeVries very well there, and he had nothing to do other than foul.
Chris Cortez from Mission Viejo, California. Same hometown as Whitecaps Jordan Harvey. Ricci from 35 yards out. Cortez is moving in the box. They'll have to manage big bodies on this Phoenix team. That's brought down by Owaki. He'll let it fly. Gladson Owaki wasn't over the ball. 17 minutes in, 2-0 the lead for Phoenix. Second game in an FC2 uniform from Danny Barbier. American who was over in Europe playing in some academies and now signing and getting his opportunity here in Vancouver. Cole Seiler to David Norman Jr. Long ball, Mala is there as Campbell tried to run in, but the Whitecaps will keep possession with the throw in on the far side and send it to Cole Seiler. Some quick touches, and they've got it to the outside. One more quick touch. That's Metcalf, the Richmond native. Looks for some help and gets it. Move it back to David Norman. Better play by FC2. That ball comes in. Tarrant Campbell's there with the header. Can't get much on it, but good ball movement on the fore side. Quick triangle, little passes, at least getting a ball into the box.
That's better from the Whitecaps too there. I mean, Cole Silas played one long there. I don't think that's going to be the way forward for the Whitecaps here. They're going to need to build. They've got players to play through in the middle, and especially with the way the Phoenix are keeping the ball, there's going to be tired bodies out there if they're chasing and just constantly giving it back. So to keep the ball and make them run about is the way they're going to get back into this game, I think so.
No Didier Drogba, did not make the trip. Stayed in Phoenix, wasn't in Seattle. Peter Ramage, the guy that you played with in Newcastle, he's on the bench.
Yeah, Peter was in the first team ahead of me at Newcastle, and he was someone who I looked up to, and he turned out to be a good mate of mine, and fantastic professional to keep going all these years later, and looked after his body even then.
Another name that's familiar to Whitecaps fans, Matthew Watson really is the guy who leads the way here on Phoenix. But Watson not in the lineup. He was having a good conversation with some of the Whitecaps personnel. Of course, Matt Watson was a longtime member of the Vancouver Whitecaps, then went to the Chicago Fire. Came over from the Carolina Railhawks, I believe, when Martin Rennie came in. Sean Wright-Phillips, you may have heard of. He's on the bench. This is a star-studded team. I mean, they have had it with the owner, Diplo, a DJ who's part of it, Drogba, some ownership shares in it. And then they're saying they draw very well in the heat, making a force in the soccer scene in the U.S.
It's a club that's very well talked about and discussed for sure at the minute. I mean, with the ownership and bringing Drogba in, Sean Wright-Phillips. It's just don't think Didier wanted to get on the bus for 7-8 hours up and down the West Coast. So
yeah, you can make that call. But they brought in some guys with some decent character, and I think still love playing the game. Whitecaps' second game against Phoenix, they played them in June down in Phoenix. Drogba had a goal and an assist in that one, so everyone kind of got their kicks that they got to play against one of the best that's ever played.
Yeah, he still wants to play, and you can tell, like I said, about Peter Ramage and Jordan Stewart. They're professionals, and they love the game, and they're winners. So to have that mixed in with other experienced players, they've got a good squad.
Barbier, Campbell on the left side. He finds David Norman Jr. He takes a look over his shoulder, has room, sees Metcalf running in from the far side. He'll be offside, flag is up. Maybe not the right way to go. That 20-yard ball, cross ball by Norman Jr. There is a little bit of space that they've created.
I think if Chris Serban stays out wide and hugs that touchline, it creates a bit more space. He saw the run. It's unfortunate, but I still believe the space is going to be out wide, and the Whitecaps can afford to build as this game sort of fizzles out a little bit in the second phase of the first half here. Can play and switch the play.
DeVries in his corner, puts it out. Foul on the veteran, Jordan Stewart. Long-time MLSer. As he commits the foul, buys himself some time, points some directions out to his teammates. So Chris Serban working hard for the Whitecaps, seeing if they can get some stuff on the right side. They will go to the other side again. All over on the left a little bit more. They've had a little bit of joy there with Tarrant Campbell. Into about 5 people in a row, and this time Marco Bustos will get the call and maybe an opportunity to try something from 25 yards out for FC2.
As I said, there's plenty of time left in the game. Free kick in a good position here.
Marco Bustos in an interesting spot. You know, wants to be with the big team, but people who have come up changed. Carl Robinson's really changed the midfield structure of his team in the last 7 or 8 months. They're in first place. I wonder if maybe taking a loan and going over to Europe would be something that would be on the mind of number 32 and maybe doing it. Bustos, the left footer from Manitoba, puts a ball in. Still loose. Norman tries to create it. They can. Cole Seiler, a little touch pass, but now they're going the other way. Here comes Phoenix rising. Slide tackle by Cole Seiler and gets all ball. The ref says that's well done, and it was by Seiler. He'll move the ball back.
Great recovery there for Cole Seiler. Give the ball away in the box. He's not used to being in those positions in their box, so but he does works hard to get back, and a fantastic recovery.
Well, with Rich Fagan playing 3 at the back, I think Cole Seiler's been asked to do a little bit more, and that's not a bad thing for someone developing. There's Tarrant Campbell, good left-footed shot, dipping in. Josh Cohan is right there. First really good opportunity comes at the 23rd minute mark for FC2.
A good strike there from Tarrant Campbell. Good build-up. Get back into the game here, Whitecaps 2, and plenty of football to be played.
Breeze goes up, falls down off Cortez. Victoria's Sean Melvin will come and pick it up. Fans at UBC trying to get the home team going a little bit. See if they can. Baldissimo has moved way up to the front line. Campbell tries to get it to him. Will Tarrant try that one more time? He doesn't. They'll go to Marco Bustos, who puts on the engine and goes to the center of the park and says, let's try it up the right side. They will do exactly that as they swing it to Cole Seiler. Chris Serban wants it, and he has it now. Better movement in traffic is Bustos. He gets it out to Barbier. He'll see Campbell. Campbell one-on-one on the left side where he's had some room. Takes on his defender. Campbell gets there, and he'll earn the corner. Well done by Tarrant Campbell as Jordan Gibbons gets his foot in front of it. But David Norman, the left footer, will come across for a corner opportunity for Whitecaps FC2.
Yeah, I like that from Whitecaps FC2 there. It's not on to go left, go back out to the right, come back out to the left. As I said before, switch of plays will be on here in the corner from it.
Norman. Good ball in. Phoenix clears it out to Bustos. He'll go to the right side. Another good opportunity. Seiler is up, gets a head on it. Cohen comes up and retrieves. Stewart. Kevin Lambert. Queen Park Rangers, and the system was Jordan Gibbons. He sends that ball away. Marcos Bustos has it again. Bustos knows how to settle a game down. Just one of those quiet guys, relaxed on the ball, trying to see his opportunities. At 23, he's peaked to be a leader and has been with 8 goals on the season.
Yeah, as you were saying before, it's touching on Marcos Bustos and what's best to do. I think professional games and games where it really, really means something, and you say a lone spell somewhere might do him the world of good. The first team has been flying. Different looking midfield transitions in the first team, and say it's something you'll definitely have to look at, I think.
Well, it's just sometimes it doesn't fit as teams change. They're always fluid. He's done what he's been asked to do here, but sometimes it still doesn't work. So there are some teams, this is a big game, you know what, around the world, where if you could find a fit, get into a different environment, he is that type of player who can be a game changer.
Yeah, football is a game of chance sometimes too. You move teams, you never know what can happen, or you play one game, good or bad, you never know what can happen. So, but be in the right place at the right time sometimes.
Carl Robinson telling to me, you know, it's your second team where you find out what kind of footballer you are. So many young guys that have been in the Whitecaps uniform. Kukuta Mane, who was back last week. Good for him to find out, okay, what are you all about? Do you love this game? Because you can get comfortable with your first team, and now you find out if it's about the effort. So I think it is an idea that's probably been put forth and may very well come true maybe next year at this time. We will see. Here is Bustos. His job is to hit Campbell. He does. Tarrant Campbell will have some room. Left-footed shot. Campbell might have had a little bit more room. Nonetheless, big number 61 with a good opportunity, but right at Josh Cohen.
Good transition there. Good turn from Marcos Bustos to find the space. Again, space out wide. Tarrant Campbell comes inside. Could he have taken it on more? First touch just gets stuck under his feet a little bit, but it's better again.
Well, they've had the better of the play in the last 15 minutes. Now, whether that's the visitors who are already up 2-0, not worrying about it. 2 goals in 6 minutes for Phoenix. And they've sat back a little bit, but if they're sitting back, that means you have to put a push forward by Whitecaps FC2, and they have, and they've been better. Cohen sends it deep. Cortez underneath it with DeVries. Cortez gets a header on it. Chris Serban comes in. They'll knock that around and back to Sean Melvin.
Phoenix Rising knows they have that out ball as well with Cortez up front. He's won every single header so far. He doesn't even jump. He's one of those experienced players who uses his body and just nods it on. Just needs those runners off of him. But again, Phoenix doesn't need another goal right now. They're in the driving seat.
Chris Serban. He looks for that long ball. Bevan is the only one in the box. It's headed away, and that's where Campbell sits. So it might be something second phase here. Another long ball put in, but maybe best to keep it on the carpet as Danny Barbier sends it in. Slows things down.
I think Danny Barbier had time there to bring it down and maybe keep possession of the ball a little bit better.
As a defender, how often do you hear that? Because there's a collision here, but the referee lets play going on. He'll blow the whistle now, and it'll be a free kick. Cortez went down. Don't know if he cut an elbow to the head. I think the referee was playing advantage. He is signaling to the bench that I think everything is okay. Here we look at it. Barbier comes in. Yeah, kind of the elbow to the face of big number 7.
Yeah, there's not too much in it. I think 2 big men going for the ball there, but he did leave an arm in.
So from 25 yards out, we'll see what Phoenix Rising can do. Jason Johnson is over top the ball, as is Cortez. Sean Melvin asking for the wall and adjusting it. 4-man wall right now. And it will be. Chris Cortez, the Californian, left footer. Cortez bends it. Melvin's there, spills it, and finally brings it back in just in time. Distributes it out to Tarrant Campbell. Burnaby native. Little ball to Meyer Bevan. Bustos with 2 men on him, but good run through by Campbell. What can he do? Right at the end line, looking for some room. Mala on him. Campbell needs help. Bustos really wasn't moving. He had 4 men against him, and really no option, David, to take it to somebody.
No, it's just stick my arm out there as if to show that he needs help. Marcos Bustos could have done more for him there. He's done well to keep the ball in the corner. And he needed the help and the support because he was pretty stuck.
We'll work off the ball from the Whitecaps at that point. David Norman goes in, slides a little precariously, but seems to be okay. Here come the Rising. Little touch through to Jason Jordan, and there will be a foul on DeVries. They haven't had the ball much, really, have Phoenix, but when they get it, they're dangerous.
Yeah,
Cortez, Jordan, you can tell that they're quick and they can do some damage in a hurry. Haven't had to after scoring 2 goals in the first 6 minutes.
Yeah, they are. Their counterattack has been frightening so far. I mean, Francis DeVries is getting sucked in there a little bit too tight, knowing he's got to know that Jordan wants to turn or Cortez wants to turn. They're looking for those little 1-2s and coming off the inside. So something to be wary of. Obviously, the second goal was a counter-attacking move.
Well, there's something to be said with all the experience, and they certainly have loads on it. Here comes the free kick, bent in. Marici, little header over top. Cortez thinking he could have done better with that. Another good delivery by the Canadian Alessandro Ricci. I haven't heard Alessandro's name with the national team. Have you in any sense?
I haven't, no. I was, I got to be honest, I didn't know he was Canadian. I've been impressed with him so far in the first 30 minutes, but someone I'm sure that is on the Canadian national team radar.
All allowed to bounce a few times. Haven't heard a lot from Baldissimo, but he was on the ball. They'll move it up. Meyer Bevan is there. They'll try the left side again. They've had some joy on the left side, and again to Campbell. Needs someone moving. Marco Bustos waiting there. Nothing this time. Bustos at halfway. Doesn't go back with the ball. A quick turns, looking for somebody. Tries to find Baldissimo, does. 17-year-old Michael will just go back with it. Baldissimo again in a little bit of a battle. Cole Seiler will bring it down. We'll get it away from a little bit of the traffic. He's looking like he would swing it to the left side, and he'll go back to Cole Seiler. He's got Chris Serban on the touchline. David, he just doesn't have any options. So who is that on?
No, I'm just looking at the Whitecaps 2 midfield. It's very static. You can see the diamond there. They're just standing there waiting to be passed to. They need to make the movement for the defenders, and I know being a defender how difficult it can be if you don't have that movement. So you've got players throwing their arms up because they're not getting the ball, but they need to want the ball and get on it and find angles.
Yeah, I think that will be the speech. 10 minutes away from halftime. There hasn't been a lot of movement. There is to receive the ball, but as they get closer, they're not moving away. David Norman tries to bring down Alessandro. He turns on him.
No, and you can see Phoenix Rising when they're attacking. Their 4 midfielders, 5 midfielders are interchanging positions. They're coming in. If one goes in, the other one goes out. And it's difficult to defend against. But
well,
the staticness of the Whitecaps too is easy to defend against.
Campbell does well. That was a better idea. Bevan thought he could find Bustos, couldn't. Cortez on DeVries, that's been a nice battle. Cortez bigger. Tarrant Campbell's been the best FC2 player in this first half by a long ways. He continues with the ball, looks to Bevan. Bevan tries to right foot. Oh, right idea as Marco Bustos was coming through. Better movement in that little interaction right there.
Yeah, I think Meyer could have probably played that a bit sooner to Tarrant Campbell, who's showing a willingness to run and overlap in that left-hand side and putting some quality crosses so far.
18-year-old Tarrant Campbell. That's another thing, too. You're dealing with a lot of 18-year-olds playing up against the men. We talk about it. It's just a little different. 17-year-old Baldissimo, you're fighting for that room. There's just a physical difference as well.
Yeah, I think at 18, 19 years old, you're not a kid anymore. You're described as a man. You should be playing with men and against men and competing. And the size and stature, I mean, you can see Tarrant Campbell's physique. He can handle it. And Baldissimo is a different type of player. He's not a crash bang wallop. He's smoother on the ball, and I mean he gets it and plays it, and lends the ball. So he's not going to get into a physical battle. And I mean, I'm a big advocate of if you're good enough, you're old enough in football.
Bustos, Bevan, the New Zealander making the run, can't get a touch on it. Wasn't exactly the plan by Mala, but that's exactly what does Luigi Mala. Kota Ivory, I'm sure Didier Drogba brought him in. David Norman loses the ball, good reaction, but boy, Norman is pushed hard, and Norman gives it right back, but he'll lose the ball. Here they come, Glatson Owaki with the ball. Here's Ricci again, reaching on Barbera, Ricci to the right foot. Ricci again will try and get the cross in. Barbera is there, he blocks it, and there'll be a corner for Phoenix. 37 minutes in, 2 goals in the first 6 minutes for the visitors. The Phoenix Rising, and they have a 2-0 lead at UBC. Perry Solkowski along with Canadian International, Vancouver Whitecap, David Edgar. Decent crowd on hand here in the sunshine at the University of British Columbia.
I mean, the first 37, 40 minutes don't really tell the story of the game. The scoreline doesn't really tell the story of the first 40 minutes. I mean, the Whitecaps have had their opportunities. They started slowly and have worked their way slowly back into this game, but at 2-0 they're in the game. They can't let it get to 3 and hopefully nick one before halftime.
Fans can stay up to date on the latest USL news and information from around the league. You tune into USL Coast to Coast with Mike Watts, Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern on Sirius XM FC Channel 85. Also, don't forget Sirius XM FC will air the USL Game of the Week. Please check uslsoccer.com for dates and times. Whitecap player down there. Is that Chris Serban who's down?
It looks like Meyer Bevan.
Meyer Bevan who is down, just checking something over the eye. Notes being made on the Whitecaps bench. Some things to talk about in the next 7 minutes. Soccer fans, Nike is the official sponsor of the USL. For more information, visit nikesoccer.com. Jordan Stewart swings it over to Mallow, gives it right back. Cap still playing with 10 men. Bevan now led back on the field, so takes up the position, puts a little more pressure. David Norman Jr. with the ball, looking for an outlet, and it's Tarrant Campbell to his left. Campbell to Bustos. 3 Whitecaps around. Campbell wants it back. Bustos doesn't like the situation, so he'll bring it back to the left back.
Bustos always wanting the ball. He does create that movement and want the ball, but I'd like to see him get the ball a bit higher up. If someone like David Norman or Baldissimo can get the ball in those positions and leave Marcos Bustos higher to get into those creative positions in the final third.
He's been halfway half the time to get that ball, not be able to do much. Have to be closer to use his creativity.
Yeah, and that's what happens in games like these. They get frustrated. Players like Bustos get frustrated that they're not getting the ball enough, so they come deeper and deeper and deeper and get into positions where they can't really affect the game. And at 2-0 down, you need your Marcos Bustos to be in that effective area.
Give away, Iwaki with the ball. He'll go to the left side. Serban with a little slide tackle to knock it out. Good play there. Phoenix looks that they are in full stride when it comes to transition. Haven't had to do it that much. Cortez, he'll hit the ball down and get it back. Patiently. Nice turn on Baldissimo, but loses the ball. Barbier has some room, so he'll take it, pushes it forward. Good run here. He's got Campbell on his left. Barbier with it, feeds Campbell. Nice run by the left back in his second game in Whitecap colors. Silent. Serban with the one touch into the middle of the park.
Again, you look up and
just no place to link the ball.
There's nothing. You look up and you've got 4 white shirts in a straight line, and you've really only got David Norman as your pivot man.
Is this an easy game to defend right now for Phoenix because of the lack of movement?
It is so easy, and there's nothing really. There's no space. There's no in behind. There's no space. There's no running in behind. I mean, look at Cortez there.
Oh, well done by Cortez. He certainly was onside. Cortez, Melvin comes out. Cortez, a little chip. Well done by Melvin to come out. That would have been a little bit of a dagger. That would have went in. 42nd minute mark. And that opportunity, Cortez was in absolutely all alone from 40 yards out.
And there's that transition again. Cortez should have really finished it, should have done better, just skipped up on him at the last second. But as I was saying, no running it behind. Cortez sets, spins, and there's a one-on-one.
Played 43 minutes. And having a minute 2 of extra time, 1 injury. What hurt the most for FC2 was the 2 goals they gave up in the first 6 minutes. Not what they wanted, 2 goals in 2 minutes. In the 4th minute and the 6th minute, and that's where we sit at UBC. Down 2-0, our Whitecaps FC2. Phoenix Rising looking for their 4th in a row. That ball into the middle. Can't get to Bustos, who's come flying through. Baldissimo is under. See what his touch is to bring it down. It's fantastic. Barbier looking for it. Bevan comes in, little touch to Bustos. Bustos goes down. Oh, looking for that call. Marco is not arguing it. Told you he's been getting his chances on the penalty spot. Thought he might have an option there. That would have changed things here. There's Cortez. Boy, good use of his body. Tarrant Campbell can't do anything, but he gets help. Well done by David Norman Jr.
He's a big, strong board, Cortez.
Oh, he's been playing with him, hasn't he?
Yeah.
With good skill as well. Norman Jr. with the long ball. Ambitious on his part. A bit of frustration looking to get it done. It'll be very interesting to see, if you're Rich Fagan, what is your speech in the next couple of minutes as they go into the locker room?
I think, I mean, overall, for 43 minutes, 42 minutes, they were probably in the game, if not the better team. Transitionally, Phoenix are superior. They're attacking with numbers and effectively. But Rich Fagan just needs to tell the boys to keep their heads. Whatever you do, don't go out there and lose the third. I mean, you're in the game. Go out there and win the second half.
And Burt plays it all the way back to Cohen. He'll one-time that one. Campbell is there. The head goes to Bustos. David Norman will put it up to Tarrant Campbell, too far ahead of him. So we'll get 1 extra minute to play here at UBC before they go to the half. Bustos in a battle with the top pick, Sean Hamilton from Denver, Colorado, 15th overall in the MLS draft this year. Stewart. Haven't been a lot of long balls by Phoenix. They played. Here's one here. Ricci's got some room on the right side. They get it to him. Well delivered. He can't control it for a bit. Good battle with Tarrant Campbell. Ricci hangs on to it. That pass doesn't work. And Marco Bustos goes here. He's got space. Bustos got space. There's a minute left in this half. He'll play the long ball to Chris Serban. Could FC2 get something just before the halftime whistle? Serban, right foot, goes off his left foot, tries to keep it in. It does. Can he work out a corner? He'll call a foul. A little frustration. That kind of everything in the half for FC2. Good run by Serban. Opportunity there. Alan Rich blows the whistle. A goal in the 4th minute and a goal in the 6th minute. That is the story after 45 minutes at UBC. As the Phoenix Rising, they've never won 4 in a row as a franchise. They're unbeaten in 9, trying to make it 10 here on the West Coast. Here's your first goal, David. The Alessandro Ricci with the hard cross flicked in, and then Ricci, well, was it a cross or did he know it was a chip? Well, the Matador from Montreal enjoying his first 45 minutes at UBC. Growing up to be players and having some fun with the crowd here, watching USL action from Vancouver.
Rain is going to be fun to watch.
Again, another one gets break, and it's Jordi Reyna. Away he goes. Reyna accelerating away. The Terras way up into the plate, offside. Couldn't get on the end of that one as they chase here and steal the ball away. He's fouled right on half the area. Nowitzki with the cross. Reyna!
1
This is Jordy Rayner picking it up just outside the back. Jordy Rayner with an absolutely spectacular finish to make it 2-0 for the Whitecaps. What a strike from Jordy Rayner. Bernie Abini, Rayner! Number 3 for the Peruvians.
This is Breck. Fishing challenge in Vancouver. Yeah, I got this challenge.
Put your hands there!
Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Good, how are you? You must be Breck.
Yes.
I'm Lars from Pacific Angler.
Nice to meet you.
The challenge today is 4-hour salmon fishing. This is your challenger, Jordan.
Hey, Breck, Jordan.
How you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Ready to do some fishing?
I'm excited.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
I think this morning we're gonna probably start out dropping some crab traps, and then we're gonna head over to the West Vancouver shoreline. And the plan is probably gonna look for some coho first, and then, you know, if we're lucky, hopefully run into some Chinooks. Really, fishing's fishing, so
Yeah.
we're gonna try to catch some fish.
That's what they say. It's not catching, it's called fishing, right?
That's right. All right, Breck, ready for the first challenge here?
Yes, I am.
The challenge is gonna be the number of crabs we can get the most.
Let's do it.
All right, come on, Pacific Angler, let's do this.
Let's go Whitecaps. Let's go fishing.
All right, so the second challenge we're doing is going to be salmon fishing. We're going to be looking for some cohos first and hopefully some Chinook as well.
A couple rod lengths.
Yeah, pull out a little more line than that.
Now we drop this to 30 feet. How's the drag?
Drag's good.
All right.
And you're going to watch that rod and you're going to go down. Yep, good job. You're fishing.
Nice.
Outside rod, outside rod, outside rod, outside rod. Online. Pinky. All right, one for Team Pacific Angler here.
What do you want me to say? I don't feel like anything. I'm mad. It's not over till it's over, is it? I don't like my odds. Hopefully I have a bigger crab.
What are you thinking? Feeling lucky on the other side?
I'm not feeling lucky at all.
All right, Brack, I think that's it. Looks like I've got the one fish that's rolling for crabs, and maybe on the crab challenge, you might beat me there.
Maybe, yeah. Good win.
All righty, buddy. Thank you. We'll toss that one back.
Toss him in. Go, buddy.
Good point. That's a keeper.
Here, let one bite you.
All right, Brack, that's a pretty good haul there. 26 crabs, 3 keepers out of that. Look, you know what? We gotta go check my traps now too. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 27.
Yeah.
Whoa. Brack, you know what? I might have touched that one and only fish, and my haul of crabs was good. You know what? You passed the challenge with me. Come fish with us anytime. I'd love to have you out again.
I mean, I had a lot of fun. I don't think we caught as many fish as we hoped. We caught a lot of crabs, and I'm excited to try them.
Fishing with Breck was great. I can tell he's fished before, which is always a great thing to fish along someone that has some experience.
Fishing is something I really enjoy doing, so to be able to do that with fans is obviously fun for me and fun for them, and to learn people on different levels.
Hopefully he'll come out again with us, and we'll tie into some more salmon.
Not catching one makes you want to catch one that much more, so hopefully next time I can catch a bunch.
Put your hands there!
I'm a retired school psychologist, and helping people was my thing.
I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell, and I had to have Meals on Wheels.
After my stroke, when Meals on Wheels started, I was on the other end of the stick, so to speak.
Meals on Wheels, coming to my door as someone who's housebound, having someone check on me, assures me that I'm not forgotten.
Meals on Wheels has given me a mode of freedom that I wouldn't have otherwise.
We're the clients.
We are the clients.
We are the clients of Meals on Wheels.
America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
We've raised the stakes. Expectations are high. Our biggest season yet will break records with elite players and future stars. Innovative technology and new homes. We're growing the game in our communities and across the nation. Are you ready?
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. At work or at play, you're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Oh, hey, she's cute. Nice going, man. Things are going great for you. You've earned a night out. Good drinks, good friends. Yeah, we can go ahead and call this a good night. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Not smart. Yeah, I saw that coming. Say goodbye to her. Ouch, that'll hurt your bank account. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. I hope you like eating frozen dinners. Alone. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
I thought Cole Seiler actually did well in that first half there. I mean, really had a hand.
Here we go as we get back and welcome you back to UBC at halftime. See 2-0 the score. Those two ladies are checking out the Whitecap app. Sunny day. Sun's behind some clouds, but Whitecap FC2 fans, they're here. Happy about what the first team did last night in first place in Major League Soccer's Western Conference. And first half highlights for them here at UBC. Well, it happened in a hurry after a corner kick. That's Canadian Alessandra Ricci with the cross. Great flick by Jason Johnson, and it's 1-0 in a hurry.
Yeah, nothing Sean Melvin can do on that one. It's a great header, great delivery. Second phase defending could have been better for the Whitecaps too, but 1-0.
This time it's Ricci on a one-timer. Great vision if he saw the keeper out and just thought he's got the ability to chip it, and indeed he did. That was in the 6th minute. A goal in the 4th and a goal in the 6th minute. And Olé, 2-0 lead for the visitors. Melvin with a good save there off a Cortez free kick, making the stop. And that's your halftime stats. Shots on target 3-2. Look at the possession, David, but that's mostly around the back and on the outside. 60.7 to 39 in favor of FC2. Really doesn't matter, though. The game changed after 6 minutes.
No, say there's only one stat that matters, really, and that's the goals. But I'd like to see more possession from the Whitecaps, too, in the final third and in threatening areas. I mean, Phoenix Rising is happy with them keeping the possession at the back at 2-0 up for 45 minutes. So it's on the Whitecaps' onus to to take the game to Phoenix now.
See if Rich Fagan makes any changes as far as the second half is concerned. His team did play better in the last 40 minutes of the game. They were better. I thought Tarrant Campbell was good on the left side. You like what Cole Seiler did on that right back role that he has playing through at the back.
Yeah, I think Cole did well. I mean, he defends well. He works hard. He plays in positions that he's wherever he's asked to play, he'll play. But I mean, as a defender, they've still conceded 2, so it's tough. But Tarrant Campbell was a stand-up man the first 45 minutes for me, so hopefully we can get some joy down the left wing there.
Just 3 games left for FC2. They will be in Langley on Wednesday. We'll be back for the second half kickoff right after this. And we are just underway here in the second half. Perry Solkowski along with David Edgar. 2-0. The visitors, Phoenix Rising, have the early lead, but it'll be the Whitecaps with a corner in the first minute. Chris Serbin going down hard and earning them a corner. Wouldn't this be the right way to start the second half off for the home team?
Good start there. Start as you mean to go on, and nice and bright. Hopefully we can get some from this here.
Marco Bustos will take the corner. Bustos, hard corner. That's got some opportunity. Jordan Stewart is there to head it away. DeVries will try. Good effort by the center back from New Zealand. Little left-footed volley. Causes Josh Cohan to come across and make the save. There's Rich Fagan along with Paul Moduka. New experience for Rich, too, from coaching in residency to dealing with pro athletes, getting his message across. That being said, with 5 teenagers in a starting 11 today, still dealing with young players. Here's Bustos, who's been on the ball an awful lot. He'll play that ball to 20-year-old Meyer Bevan. He'll try and chase it down, throws down his man. Doesn't get the job done. Well protected, and it will be a goal kick for Phoenix.
Yeah, Rich Fagan's shown this season that he's not been afraid to play younger players and rotate the squad and whatnot. So, I mean, it's been a good learning curve for the players and for Rich himself.
Cortez, little flick on. Ricci tries to get to it. A lot of pressure. Just cleared away by the Whitecaps. Danny Beerbar, so a throw in deep. Alejandro Ricci will take it. Finds Kevin Lambert. Little give and go. Cross comes into the box. It's up high, it's deep, no one is there. Chris Serbin will get it. He'll have a lot of space in front of him. Serbin will dash down, looks for help. Gets it. Patrick Metcalf looking for a place to go. Metcalf from Richmond in his second game for FC2. Hasn't been on the ball a lot. They swing it out to the left side again. This is where they've had some room. Campbell is there looking for Baldissimo, gives it to him. Baldissimo brings it back, touches heavy. David Norman trying to get the pressure back. Whitecaps do get the ball back. DeVries will try one more time. Baldissimo, safe play. Outlet to Cole Seiler. Serban. Baldissimo looks far to Tarrant Campbell, might be too far. Campbell is able to keep it in on that far side. Looks for some help. This is where he hasn't had it. 1v1, Campbell goes to the left foot, gets across it, no one's there on the far post. DeVries does well, touches heavy though, gets caught out of position. This could be trouble. Phoenix Rising will keep the ball in. Jason Jordan, the man who got the first goal in this game. Cortez. Sacked by 2, looking at the referee, doesn't get the call. Can the Whitecaps FC2 get something real quick and make this one a contest coming home? Ricci does well to get by Bustos. He's looking for something on the left foot. Finds Cortez with some room. Here's his left foot. Lets it fly. Is that going in? Off a block. Oh, it's that kind of afternoon at UBC. Looked like Cole Seiler slid in front of it, got a piece of it, and just turned it into a top spin lob that nothing could be done with.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Cole Seiler does well to get the block in. Good work from Ricci. Cole Seiler gets a toe and just takes it over Sean Melvin, who could do nothing about it. It's disappointing and not the start the Whitecaps FC2 wanted as they were getting back into the game.
That's just awful luck on the part of the FC2, and good luck on that man who's been very good. Chris Cortez has been strong on the ball. They're getting their breaks. Well, you know what? If you have a run, and it looks like they're about to win for the 4th time in a row, first time in franchise history for the Phoenix Rising, they will be unbeaten in 10 unless something really crazy happens here. So you have to have the few bounces go your way.
Yeah, I think you create your own luck, and certainly have had it this game in terms of who's fallen to them and whatnot with that goal there. But the confidence is flying, and they're a team in good form here.
Here they come again. Jordan, sliding tackle by David Norman Jr. Well done. He hears it from the crowd. Hey, this is when you're teenagers, when you're first-year pros. Don't look at the scoreboard. Look at the one-on-one battles and see what you can do. Well done there by David Norman Jr. Long-time member of the Whitecaps since he was 9 years old in the residency program. Here's Tarrant Campbell on the left foot.
Yeah, now this is about, for the Whitecaps too, it's about learning from this now. And I mean, the first team staff is here. They'll be looking for a reaction. Who will react now? Who's going to shy away from getting the ball? It's easy to play when you're 3-0 up, but can you play when you're 3-0 down? Do you still want the ball? Do you still want to play? Are you going to be brave? So,
well, you have to be, right? They find that mindset. You have to be. You're here learning. You're trying to compete. Everyone wants to win, but at the end of the day, this is 45 minutes of professional soccer to get yourself better.
Yep.
And if you're hanging your head, that will tell a whole lot to the organization and the coach. And I don't think they have seen that at all. It's one of those tough spots where in this league, you're out to win, but you're out to take advantage of any time you get some minutes. You see if FC2 players do exactly that. Serban on the ball. UBC product. He's touched a little heavy, makes it tougher for himself as Jason Jordan comes there. Jason Johnson, rather. Bustos on that left foot of his, trying to go to the middle. Does, but has to go backwards. Not a lot of space there, and again, David, as you pointed out, the movement and to try and find that link pass to get to the final third has been difficult for the team in white all afternoon long. There's a nice touch. Baldissimo is in high. He gets sandwiched by 2 players immediately. Good battle by Norman and Owako. They'll call number 42 with the foul. David's not sure about it.
yeah, I think he's played for the foul there, but Phoenix is well organized here. They've got 2 banks of 4 here when they're defending. They're attacking in numbers, so they're a well organized team. A team, as I said, playing with confidence. But Whitecaps FC2 are making it easier for them to be a well-organized defensive unit.
Another long ball by Phoenix where they're trying to chip the keeper from 50 yards out. That's 3 times they've tried that.
I'm not sure if they've got bets on that.
Yeah, it's almost like just because they're going to be on the bus again as they make their way to Portland, who can chip the keeper from 50 wins. Well, they got him in the 6-minute mark, but it wasn't from that far away. I mean, Melvin does play out high, but not that much more higher than anybody else.
And I know goalkeepers definitely don't like it when you even attempt it, so.
Well, there's an attempt going the other way by young Patrick Metcalf, the 18-year-old from Richmond. Part of BC team soccer when he's U13 to U15 days, getting an opportunity here.
Why not? He strikes it well, just leaning back a little bit and goes over the bar, but why not have an effort from there?
Sure, he's got some family members in the crowd here tonight. Great experience for him. Josh Cohen. Our beer goes up. DeVries is there with him. Good pass by Norman. Finds the left side to Campbell. Bustos is on the fly in front of him. He'll lead Marco Bustos. He's not that fast. Good energy, right idea. Tarrant Campbell is a young man who has been exactly what this league is. We've seen him develop and develop. It's been a good year of progress for him.
Yeah, he's from what I've seen of him around the place, he's got a quiet demeanor. He works hard. He does his own thing. He's constantly in the gym, working on little things. So, I mean, he's getting his just rewards because he's having a good game today, albeit 3-0 down. But as we said before, it's about learning.
Well, how much interaction is there between you guys and the first team, and now that you're all together at the National Training Center? Is it? Are you slowly? I'm sure these guys don't jump in that quickly. Long ball across. Cortez will be there, cleared out by Campbell.
Yeah, there's. We see the USL. I make a point of saying hello to them each and every morning when we're in the building at the same time. A lot of times we don't necessarily cross over, but
there are conversations and they probably grow a little bit.
Yeah, at the end of the day, they want to be in that first team dressing room, and it is games like this and the way they train, the way they conduct themselves in the building. You got to understand that in a football environment, everything's being watched. It's not just your performances on the field, it's your attitude, it's the way you conduct yourself, the way you react to certain situations.
Bustos will get a little talking to by Alan Brooch. Of course, the Whitecaps do a wonderful job with the media, and they have the annual media game. That was played at the center on Thursday. First time in history I have not been able to take part of it, so the game kind of lost its luster. It's kind of like Drogba not being here.
You had a game today, though, didn't you?
I did, yeah, we did. Yeah, we were terrible in the over 40s. Well, we won, but we were slow. But great media. I think Nick Dasovic won. Might be the second win in a row for Dasovic and his media team.
I think he was in net, wasn't he?
Dasso plays net, but the scouting report I got is in the final, his team was down by a goal. So then the Croatian in him, I think, either took the ball from his own net and dribbled through a few people and then set up the winner. Here's Tarrant Campbell. Can he set something up? Nope. Skyball. I think Dasso and Corazine, those Canadian internationals, they do what they can. If Carlo can get net to net without pulling a hammy, that's success. Dasso a little lighter on his feet still. But it's a wonderful event by the Whitecaps. Media always enjoys it for bragging rights. We get treated, put on a kit, a little nameplate. It's an awful lot of fun. Seiler under this one, overruns the ball. That'll be the throw-in for the Phoenix Rising. 56 minutes played at UBC. 2-0 for the visitors. Goals in the 4th minute and in the 6th minute completely turned this game before it really got started. FC2 playing better, creating some chances. A few shots on goal, but nothing dramatic. They need something to get some life and give them that opportunity. 5 teenagers starting for Rich Fagan's team against an experienced Phoenix side that's looking to win 4 in a row, unbeaten in 10 if they can finish it off here.
Just about to say, it's probably about time Rich Fagan's thinking about making some substitutions before I looked over the bench and looks like a double sub coming on. Gloria Amanda getting stripped there. be Caden Chung.
Well, we're not changing the fact that you're going from teenagers to teenagers. A couple 18-year-olds and 17-year-olds coming in, but that's what this team is about. Amanda will be coming in for Metcalf, we've been told. Caden Chung will be coming in for Chris Seath. So those are the subs that will be made by Rich Fagan. Some more minutes for these guys. It's been a big part of what he has done. But Gloria Amanda has acquitted himself very well here in his first year here. St. Nicholas Academy in Edmonton, where he played the game with Alfonso Davies, who, of course, you know his story and how well he has done on the national side, and of course with the first team here at the Vancouver Whitecaps.
Yeah, I was impressed a couple months ago watching Gloria Amanda come and play in what was his debut, I believe. Didn't quite get a solid run of games in the starting, but again, a learning curve for him.
Well, I was at the Canada Games and covered some of the soccer, and I watched Gloria's younger brother, Prince. That family's got the all-name team. Gloria Amanda, younger brother, Prince Amanda, a nice young man who was good enough, obviously, to be playing on Team Alberta. Won't be shocked if he makes his way out west and follows in his older brother's footsteps and gets in with the residency program if he chooses to go that way. Caden Chung, the top players in our nation, this age group. The junior athlete of the year from his hometown of Port Coquitlam this spring. And here is an early touch for Caden Chung. He's got some space. Amanda. His touch is to Boldissimo. David Norman goes in hard. And here they come on the counter. Jason Johnson, the Jamaican international, has played 3 games for his country. Born in Happy New Jamaica.
It's great.
Hamilton. Cortez turns, that's a good ball movement. Look at him just keep that on a string, pull it back from David Norman Jr. Number 42 has logged an awful lot of turf today. I thought David Norman Jr. has played quite well today. He's been in the thick of everything. That's his game. Midfielder, defensive role, very physical.
You know what, I was just thinking that before you said it. And what you see is what you get with David Norman week in, week out. He puts himself about. He covers the ground when his game isn't going well in terms of passing and attacking play and keeping the ball. You know you're going to get a hard tackling, hard running midfielder, box to box per se. And I mean, that's all you can ask for if things aren't going well. But I thought he's done well on the ball as well today.
There's Tarrant Campbell. He's come out to the left foot. He'll get a corner for his team. Yeah, Norman Jr. has, you know, he's got that good engine. I'd say the 2 young guys standing out today are Campbell right there, who's rolling the ball to David Norman Jr., who's going to take this corner kick. So look at number 63, Caden Chung from Port Coquitlam. And the guy who's been with this team and then gets his calls up to Canada, playing the age group level. See if something can come from this corner. Norman Jr. delivers the left footer. Can he get to it again? He will. Cleared out by Phoenix. Looks for an opportunity. Bustos can't show. They'll have to swing it all the way around, and they do exactly that. Long ball to Norman. He is offside. No hurry at all from the opposition. Well, if they can make the trip to Seattle, they picked up their 3 points, pick up the 3 points here in Vancouver. Enjoy the bus ride. They're on their way tonight, right after the game. On their way to Portland.
A good trip west coast for them, and they were to pick up 3 points on Wednesday night as well. But like I said, team in rich form here.
I was flicked on by a Whitecaps. I think Barbier got ahead on that, and it'll be a corner kick for Phoenix. Yet to make some subs. Very curious to see if they will do it. Their bench is not that deep. Not a lot of guys on the bench today. the end of the day, if you can just tell these veterans to manage this one through, they'll do exactly that. Alejandro Ricci, right-footed corner, short. Cole Seiler gets a foot on it. Bustos racing. Good turn by his defender. Ricci with a nice little dummy on the ball, brings it back. Very quick feet. Owako. Goes back to Hamilton. He'll play it all the way back to the veteran, Jordan Stewart. Lambert. That's an Owako. Cross from Owako is deep. John comes, it will be a throw-in. Johnson laughs a little bit, going, no, good call, Caden, but that's not gonna work. It's our ball, and it is. Daya comes in for the throw-in. Nutmeg. Tight spot for David Norman Jr. to be in, but he does get it up to Gloria Manda. It will be, I believe, a Phoenix throw-in. They take a quick lead to Johnson. Sam Hamilton will move it back. It's got to be frustrating for the opposition. You're chasing. It's almost like the Phoenix is just relaxed, not too much of a hurry. If there's something there, they push it. If not, they don't do anything.
Yeah, as I said, it's easy to play when you're 3-0 up. You keep the ball, you make the other team work. Little 1-2s, just keep it moving simple.
It's a good battle here. Veteran and Jordan Stewart has played an awful lot of MLS soccer against Davey Norman Jr., who has not given him anything. And in fact, out of frustration, a little bit of a slew foot. It's all right. Let him know you're competitive. And you plan on being a pro soccer player for a while. Norman Jr. doing that. A little push. Stewart handles it, and it's fine. There's a little flick on by Cortez. Been so good to Johnson. He'll try one. That will go off the freeze. Kind of shook him up a little bit. He took that right in the face, in the back of the head. They'll come up with a short corner here. Ricci and Owako playing with it. The Guyanan hanging on to the ball. That's a nice little touch. There's nobody on the Arizona player in front. Sean Melvin will have to go up. He'll distribute it. Fair bit of room for Campbell. He's got people moving in front of him. Plays that ball up to 20-year-old Meyer Bevan. Bevan loses it to the veteran Jordan Stewart. And just like that, transition game is snuffed out here at UBC. Drums are pounding, 25 minutes left. 2-0 is the score if you can just find, or 3-0 rather. Is the score if you can just find one more. Maybe make it interesting. Here's acres of room here. Hamilton, he'll take a go, will he? David Norman Jr. completely gets in his way. Well done. They'll move it up to Bustos. Gloria Amanda is making the run on the right side. He'll get the ball now. Amanda. Bustos. Left footer. Boldissimo. One more out to Campbell. Will he have a go? He does. Side of the net. Well worked by the Whitecaps. Probably their best opportunity. Good ball movement in the final third.
Yeah, better transition there. I noticed in the few transitions that the Whitecaps too have had, they didn't quite go in numbers and in the speed that Phoenix Rising was doing it. And with the that one was much better.
Corner kick. Opportunity here for Amanda. Thinks about it. Won't. Will he chip it in? Does. In the box. DeVries comes hard. It'll be sent out. Foul on DeVries coming through the back there. Smart decision by Gloria Amanda. Didn't have anything there. Chip goes in, and there you see the foul on DeVries coming right through Jordan Stewart, the Englishman. Chung with good work to keep that header into Marco Bustos. Are you a fan of 3 at the back, or does it depend on your personnel and where you're at?
It definitely does depend on personnel. If you've got the personnel to play it, I don't think for me, there's no better system. The position, personally, that I play in the middle, I loved it. You're getting the ball a lot. You felt more secure, definitely in the central areas. There are you can exploit a 3 at the back, but you say if you can play it, you learn the system. It's a fantastic system to have.
How difficult does the transition be for someone like, say, Cole Seiler, who's played a lot on the right side of 3 in the back, if he got called into the first team and gets played when they're playing the 4?
I think you learn the game. Cole is naturally a center back. You can play in the 2 in the middle. He obviously broke in the first team when he had his games. He played right back, and he's a top professional in terms of he does what he's asked to do. He works hard day in, day out, and he's been unlucky with not having many chances this year. But say the top of the league, it's tough to get in our team at the minute.
It's a 5th shot, might be the 6th shot already for Tarrant Campbell. It's been good on that left side. He's had some room there. He's taken advantage of it, cutting in, right foot, left foot. See if the head coach there, Patrick Carteron, makes any changes.
Yeah, he knows 7-hour bus trip later on this evening. Does he really need to risk the likes of Sean Wright-Phillips to bring him on, and who I know had a niggling injury recently, and maybe just rest some legs of the older players at 3-0 up now, and put some of the younger players he's got on the bench. AJ Gray, an old teammate of mine from Brampton, Ontario, played with him in the provincial teams and with the national team, the Under-20 World Cup.
Good ball by Baldissimo to Campbell. Yet another corner. I think it's difficult in Phoenix, though, to play in the summer months. I know they play late night, but it's still hot there.
Yeah, especially with all these Englishmen in your team, it can't be easy. They're definitely not used to the heat. Peter Ramage growing up in the northeast of England definitely is, and I know that.
You had a nice visit. When was the last time you had seen him?
Well, it's been years, probably, when we both lived in England.
He knew you were out here?
Yeah, we've talked recently. We were going to go to watch Newcastle play this morning, but not the morning of a game for him. And I had training.
Well, and I would hope you're committed to this job as well,
yeah,
to training, but you just had no time.
Yeah,
I'm actually shocked that you were going to catch up with an old teammate this morning.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful game, isn't it? And once a teammate, always a teammate. And I can only imagine you've got buddies all over the world who've played this game.
Yeah, everywhere.
Said earlier, Matt Watson, of course, member of Vancouver Whitecaps in their early years, came over with Martin Rennie. He was out on the field having conversations with people in the Caps organization, Pamo Dukas. He's been a big part of this team, Matt Watson, so you see how decent this side is right now. They can throw some talent up there, and certainly come playoff time, as they're kind of clear and getting into a comfortable spot. Phoenix will be one team that'll be difficult to work with. Caden Chung tries to cross it in. That's blocked. He can't get through Amadon Dia.
And Phoenix has made this run without Didier Drogba. Remember that as well. I mean, coming in the playoffs, I'm sure he'll be fit.
Norman. DeVries. Handball possibly on DeVries. I think so. Looked like he collided a little bit with Stewart and might have caught him in the chest, or did he get caught from the push from behind?
First glance there, I think that's experienced defending from George Stewart. Feels any little slight touch in his back and he's down. Knowing, experienced defending that.
Look at Meyer Bevan from New Zealand, 20-year-old. Got in his first senior action with the national side against Solomon Islands. He's taking on a New Zealand flavor, this team.
I feel for Maya a little bit this afternoon. He hasn't quite had the service and the balls he needed to really affect this game going forward.
Campbell. Matt Watson, the aforementioned Matt Watson, will make an appearance in this one. See if he gets a nice round of applause from the crowd, or if they're aware that he's a big part of this team. He's about to sub in for Alessandro Ricci. Did the damage with a goal and an assist in the first 6 minutes. A little give and go there, couldn't be pulled off.
Good afternoon for Ricci, a goal and 2 assists there. I mean, not much more he can do.
No, and Rich Fagan had told you earlier.
Did.
He was a guy that they were going to have to watch. He liked their speed. He scored earlier this week on Wednesday.
Yeah, he definitely lived up to the expectations before the game, and I've been really impressed with him.
Yeah, they will certainly know Ricci, as you see the foul here coming in. The big veteran Mala coming through the youngster Gloria Amanda, and that will be our sub that we are talking about, the Canadian from Montreal, Alejandro Ricci. Wonderful work in 74 minutes with the goal and the assist. And coming into the game is that man, Matt Watson, former Vancouver Whitecap. I think last time he played against the Caps, last time I chatted with Matt, he was a member of the Chicago Fire. How that team has turned around. Cole Seiler with a good ball by Marco Bustos, and Seiler with a free header right into Josh Cohen.
I think Cole Seiler probably should have done better there, I think he knows himself he should have done better. Wasn't quite expecting it, and fairly timid header on goal. Easy for the keeper.
Seiler goes up there, wins it. Chung's pass a little too far, but Bevan will be there. Chung again will go inside. Baldissimo does well with the one touch, and they've swung it outside to Tarrant Campbell. He's got the hard cross coming in. Not a bad idea. Bustos just didn't have the wheels to get there in time. "75 minutes played at UBC Thunderbird Stadium." They had 9,000 people packed in here for football a couple of weeks ago. Biggest crowd they've ever had at UBC Stadium for university football. There's Matt Watson. Matt Watson has some room. He may have a go. Watson chips it into the middle. Ball is loose. Left foot, they score. Just like that, Gladson Awako, and it is now 4-0. Phoenix rising. That'll be 10 in a row for this side. You see Matt Watson celebrating with the subs on the far end, while a veteran team who is in wonderful form, and it continues here. Watson makes the drive. Awaku with the finish.
Falls nicely for Awaku, and he tucks it away nicely, but creative from Matt Watson there. Cole Seiler does enough to put off Johnson, but Awaku's there to finish.
Hands on the hip. This has been a tough one to take for the home team. Guess the good news is they'll bounce back. At least they get at it again on Wednesday.
Yeah, not long time to dwell on it and put things right.
Bus trip to Portland will be made that much easier. We'll have a sub. Meyer Bevan is going to be subbed off. Thomas Sanner into the game. Big body up front, protecting the ball. We'll see what he can do. Chung. Bustos. Good turn by Bustos. Right into the veteran, though. Jordan Stewart seeing that a few times in his pro career. Goes off in, a deep throw in for Phoenix. Waco. Nice little play, and they move the ball to Matt Watson. Watson gets checked out by Barbier. Goal scorer Waco with the ball again. They will see this one out. What has been a very impressive performance by Phoenix. Best team to come through here right now as far as form and put on a display in Vancouver.
Yeah, I've been impressed with them. Obviously, the experience they've got in the team and the number of games combined. They've seen this one out very well. Again, possession in the first half. But the goals, and it was a real professional performance here.
Hamilton. Lambert. Matt Watson's got Lambert running on the right side. Doesn't give it to him. It does well to keep in. David Norman Jr. gets a foot in. Wins the ball back. Tarrant Campbell with his arms open. Going, where do I have someone to give the ball to? Doesn't. So he does well to try and hang on to it, but eventually is fouled. The frustration coming through from Whitecap members. There's Campbell right there. You're leaving me on my own, he's saying. Need some help. Big kid has worked hard, and so has that man, the veteran at 23 on this team. 8 goals this season for Marco Bustos.
Yeah, it becomes a pride thing now with 10, 11, 12 minutes to go. I mean, damage control for Whitecaps too, but it's a pride thing. Nobody, no professional at any level wants to be beat by a cricket score. So hopefully we can get in the score sheet.
See if they can get one here. Bustos in swinging left footer. Going up is Thomas Sanner. Deflected out. David Norman Jr. will let it go. Quick throw in, goes back to Baldissimo. Phoenix moves out. Chung in that right back position. Goes in, and here's another ball served in by Whitecaps FC2. Quick corner here. Glorimanda gives it to Junior right away. David Norman Jr. with the left foot in. That's a handball. Looking for it. He'll get it called. Now can they do anything from 10 yards out? The left-footed Norman on the ball.
For me, Norman just whips this in on goal, get bodies across the box, put the keeper off, little touch. He's got that power and that accuracy with his left foot.
Well, let's see what he does. 10 minutes left. 4-0 for the visitors. Can FC2 at least get on the board? Fans are urging him on. Here's Norman Jr. Tries to turn it.
So frustrating.
Not much has worked.
They said he's got that ability. He's got that left foot delivery. He needs to make the keeper work at the very least. He'll be disappointed with himself there.
Josh Cohen has been good in goal. Hasn't been tested a lot, but he's made some saves. Hasn't had any difficulties. He'll be happy with his opportunity in getting the start here.
Yeah, he's done what he needed to do, and he'll be eager to get this clean sheet and see out the next 10 minutes.
At the other side, Sean Melvin from Victoria has just had some bad luck. I'm sure he wants that second goal back, kind of in no man's land. But the first header that makes it 1-0, he could do nothing about it. Could do nothing about the deflection off Cole Seiler that made it 3-0. Just one of those days if you're a keeper. Little back heel by Watson. Doing some nice work. That ball will go at a touch in the far end. DeVries. Chung. Mind you, soccer fans, Nike is the official sponsor of the USL. For more information, visit NikeSoccer.com. Ball into the mix. Jordan Stewart gets a head on it, though. Haven't heard much of Cortez in the second half. Big man did his job.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with him this game. He's big, he's strong, he's got good feet for a big man. I don't think he's let the defenders really have a minute in terms of...
How about that from David Norman Jr.? That play was well worked. Bustos goes out, Chung with a good cross. It's headed out, and David Norman Jr., this would have been something.
Great technique.
Textbook, isn't it?
Great technique.
Tell you what, if that's not right at the keeper, if it's a couple feet one way or the other, he's got himself a spectacular one. Good cross, Thomas Sander up. Can't get it.
Yeah, that would have been one for the highlights for David Norman. Just sat up perfectly for him. He caught it on the full, and great technique to keep it down. Just right at the keeper. Again, Cohen does well.
He has not stopped. Neither has his teammates, but David's just been in the mix of everything, it seems. And that's his position. He's got to be in the middle of everything. And he certainly has been today.
Yeah, as I said before, you get what you see with him, and he's been impressive in a game where it's hard to impress at 4-0 down, but you've got to take the positives from it. And I think David Norman Jr. and Tarrant Campbell has been good.
Junior played a year in Portland University and then made the decision to come play pro. Played very well at that level. Good ball movement there. Didn't go through. Junior on the ball again. So he's, year one, adjusting to everything. I think it's like most, it's a matter of adjusting and getting those goals done. Personal goals, adjusting to playing with the big bodies. There's a nice move. Gloria Amanda running through, but doesn't get the ball back. They'll swing it outside to Campbell. Long ball, that's on net. You're thinking he might teach the keeper Josh Cohen offline. Doesn't. Glad you stay up to date on the latest USL news and information from around the league. Tune into USL Coast to Coast with Mike Watts. That's Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Sirius XFM FC, Channel 85. Also, don't forget the Sirius XM FC will air the USL Game of the Week. Please check USLsoccer.com for dates and for times. Bustos doing his thing, out to Gloria Amanda. Amanda gets a cross coming back. That's headed away. That's Sinawako. Taken away by David Norman Jr. Can he find someone? They'll get a good opportunity right in front. 25 yards away. Norman Jr. is talking to Bustos like, yeah, I want it. Marco's showing him the birth certificate saying, hey, I'm 23 and you're not. So I'm the veteran and I'll have a go to see if I can get my 9th if indeed one of those left footers decides to take it.
They both got great technique and be interested in, I think Boosties got the ball there and whatnot, but good run from David Norman, drawing the foul, and great bit of skill from Marcus Bustos before that.
Well, they've had their debate, and the Manitoba native wins.
Just make the keeper work here. Get it on target.
Bustos has 8 on the year. It's a career year for him as a professional. Can he make it 9? Gloria Amanda over the ball 2. I think it's all Bustos. Marco Bustos lets it go right at the keeper. Not happy, but as you said, David, make him work, and he did. Josh Cohen was there to make the save. Going to see AJ Gray. Was a mate of yours, didn't you mention AJ?
Yeah, I played with AJ before I moved to England and through the under-20s and the under-20 World Cup. He's a great kid. He had it tough in soccer. He was out of the game for a little bit, and he's worked so hard to come back and get a place in this Phoenix Rising team. And I spoke to him before the game. He's really enjoying his football now, and that's credit to the work he's put in.
Bustos tries the volley, goes off him. Here is that sub to see the man that you know a little bit and played with. It will be AJ Gray coming in. Jason Johnson will be the man that he will replace. Strong performance by Johnson. Johnson with the game winner, unless something changes. Scored it 4 minutes into this one. A little flick header that Sean Melvin could do nothing about. Made it 1-0. They've added 3 since then, and Phoenix Rising, for the first time in franchise history, will win 4 straight. And they will turn their unbeaten streak to double digits now, and they will sit at 10. Chung lets that run out. Baldissimo, he'll look long, send it to Caden Chung. Young guys who've been together with the residency program for a long time. Some space for Bustos on that left foot. Will he have a go? Too much on his own, a little frustrated.
One too many touches there for Marcos. Trying to do too much on his own, as you say there. And
well, one thing about Marco where you want to see improvement and have, he's taken over his fitness. He's taken responsibility for being fit, changed his diet plan over the last couple years, and here he is. You know, we're 88 minutes in, still has that energy, still taking across the field. It's a step the right way to being a pro and part of.
Yeah, it does. It does take it really serious. From what I hear and what I can gather before this, he wasn't quite like that. And I mean, to change your lifestyle, you have to live right as a professional footballer and a professional athlete at any level. And he really took that on board and worked hard. And the staff at the Whitecaps is fantastic. Any questions you need answered, and really top quality.
Well, I think he was always one of those guys so talented that, you know, you didn't have to be in the best shape.
Yeah.
And then you get here and realize I want to play at that level. I mean, look at the skill that he has. That's great. Maybe a little too much at some point, but so calm on the ball. You're not teaching that. But now look at the reaction. As there you see number 32. Up the field he goes to be an option. Tarrant Campbell fires it in. Jordan Stewart's there. Caps will get themselves another corner in the 89th minute. Maybe a chance to break the goose egg here against Phoenix.
Thomas Sander can get his head on one of these here.
Norman Jr. low ball, little flick by DeVries. And that may be it.
Other one.
Minute of extra time.
It's not going to be much. How many subs do we have? Maybe a minute or two.
2 minutes. There it is. 2 minutes of extra time will be played in this one. Well, it's been a nice day at UBC. Always fun to watch from professional soccer. They had some fun last night at BC Place watching the first team winners.
It's a great atmosphere there at BC Place last night. Always is when you're winning.
Just keep chugging along. Just keep chugging along. Different people stepping up. The depth on your squad this year is very, very not surprising. It's been well worked with new bodies coming in all the time.
Everyone playing a role. That's the main thing. And McGaffer's been able to make changes and wholesale changes at times, but never once weaken the team.
Yeah, you really are. It's as deep as the organization has ever been.
Yeah, I believe so.
And it seems you guys must do a nice job together because everyone seems to fit in. There were some difficulties before, but it seems everyone's buying in. As you said, winning breeds that kind of atmosphere and the success. But looks like it's been a very business-like approach from how the team has handled this season.
Yeah, life's winning. Life's easy when you're winning, but it's the characters you find out about when things aren't going your way. And it wasn't plain sailing, wasn't smooth sailing at the beginning of the season. But we just kept doing the right things, and that's the main thing. You do the right things for long enough, you'll reap the rewards. And I believe that's what we've done, and we have to keep doing.
Really haven't had. There's been maybe 2 or 3 games where the performance was poor. You had a terrible day in Chicago, but you've been in on a whole bunch of everything, and that's why you sit where you do in the standings. It'll be exciting. People starting to talk about, having a game at home. Might even get a bye in that first round, but it should be electric as it was the last time the Whitecaps were playing some postseason soccer here in Vancouver. And look forward to seeing that again. Coaching staff here, watch this one. This was a test of character. They gave up one in the 4th minute. FC2 gave up one in the 6th minute. And then they battled. 4-0 the final. Learning experience for Rich Fagan. And how about that, man? Peter Caterone. His team's now unbeaten in 10. 4-0 your final. We'll be back with more from UBC after this.
Kickoff, 7:30 p.m. For information on that,
Rain is going to be fun to watch.
Again, another Whitecaps can break it. It's Jordi Reyna. Away he goes. Reyna accelerating away. Deterra's way up into the plate and offside. Couldn't get on the end of that one as he'll chase here and steal the ball away. He's fouled right on halfway. Nowitzki with the cross. Reyna! This is Jordi Reyna picking it up just outside the back. Jordi Reyna with an absolutely spectacular finish to make it 2-0 for the Whitecaps. What a strike from Jordi Reyna. Bernie Abini. Reyna! Number 3 for the Peruvians.
Welcome back to UBC Stadium. Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 playing host to Phoenix Rising. The Rising 4-0 winners. Just going to use that teenager. Alfonso Davies coming watching his friends. Gloria Mend, of course, from Edmonton on the team. Got in there. Well, it didn't rain on the fans. A gorgeous day here on Sunday, but boy, did not work out the right way. 4 goals for Phoenix. Shots on goal were 14-12. 7 on target for the Whitecaps. They had better possession. Really, they were hurt early. Down 2 after 6 minutes. Then they knocked the ball around, but the veteran side that Phoenix is came in. 8 corners to 4 for the Vancouver Whitecaps. It started early. 4th minute. Alejandro Ricci lets the ball go. Jason Johnson with a little flick, and Sean Melvin can do nothing about it. Then Ricci, 2 minutes later, the goal. An assist and a goal for the Canadian. He was in fine form. Ole for that. It continued on too. Second half, unlucky. Shot from Cortez goes in off Cole Seiler. Sean Melvin could do nothing about that. And then Awako with an opportunity. The Whitecaps tried to get on the board, didn't have too many chances. There's Matt Watson, former Vancouver Whitecap player. He sets it up. Awako finishes it in the 76th minute. That makes it 4-0. Maybe the best chance for the Whitecaps came here. Close. David Norman Jr., who was so good in this one, couldn't get it done. That would be it, as autographs still to be signed. There is David Norman Jr., for me, the man of the match for FC2. And if not him, the man who was right behind him, Tarrant Campbell. Marco Bustos came into this one with 8 goals, was looking for his 9th. He couldn't do it, number 32 from Manitoba. But he'll have a chance to try again because the Whitecaps will be in action. They'll be at McLeod Athletic Park September 30th, which is Wednesday. Portland will be in town. That's where Phoenix is going. That's the next game for them as well, as that's coming up as well. It will be Saturday that the Whitecaps will be in action. Portland will be in action against Phoenix on the Wednesday. Wasn't exactly what they wanted for Marcos Bustos and his team, but It's part of being a pro athlete. 5 teenagers in the starting lineup, and they fall short. 4-0 was the final. Still get your autograph and do it again. For David Edgar and our entire crew out at UBC, I'm Perry Solkowski, saying so long from Vancouver.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent from the United Soccer League.